Hey guys, what's up? It's Robin from the Brick City Blockade Podcast Network. And everybody who's watching this right now, I'm going to show you how you use Google Hangouts for YouTube Live. Now, I've used this before with the Podcast Network. I was actually introduced to it by Brian Fontaine himself, so you guys can always ask him plenty of questions and everything when it comes to using Google Hangouts for YouTube Live. Now, I've used it a couple times for talking Star Wars and stuff, so I'm just going to break it down. I have my computer here right in front of me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the step-by-step process to setting up a Google Hangouts YouTube Live event. Now, just to start this whole thing off, you want to make sure that you go to your home screen on YouTube. So right here is the Brick City Blockade one, and on the what would be the top right corner of your screen, you can kind of see it right over here, is going to be your logo associated with the account. Now, you may just have a letter there. You might have something much smaller. So that's what you're going to want to click on first. You're going to want to click on it, and you're going to want to select your account on here. You're going to see it brings down a drop page, and you're going to hit Creator Studio on that part of the page. Now, what you'll see, what happens is that it finally opens up the dashboard feature of your YouTube account, and this is where all of your videos go to. This is where everything is that you need for whatever you're doing, whether it's a live stream, whether it's something you want to upload and broadcast across to everybody else, or something that you maybe have recorded in the past and you just want to showcase it. So while you're on this page, the first place you're going to want to go to is where it says live streaming. So if you look down on your account, if you're following along on whatever you're using, I highly recommend using a laptop or another device. You really can't do this off of a mobile device. You have to set up the live stream alone on your computer. Now, on the left side, you have the YouTube logo, and then you have Dashboard, Video Manager, Live Streaming, Community, Channel, Analytics, Translation and Transcripts, and the Create button. Now, one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to look down, and you'll see that there's Live Streaming there as one of the options. You're going to click on Live Streaming. And when you get to the live stream page, what you're going to get is basically this dashboard for everything live streaming on your account. And when I'm looking at this right now, you have an offline button, you have a setup encoding software. So if you have Google Hangouts already on whatever device you're using, whether it's a laptop or a desktop computer, it's going to be there, and hopefully you have Google Hangouts downloaded. If not, head on over to the Apple App Store, or you can also head on over to the Google Play Store and download Google Hangout, and it's a really easy thing. If you have a Gmail account, you just hook it up that way. So here I am, and it shows up with your video basically, and it says offline. And this is what it should look like on your page. I know it looks backwards to you on there, but just pretend everything is reversed over. Now, the cool thing is that on here, ignore the setup encoding software, add stream information, optional features. Down on the left, where you hit live streaming, you're going to have stream now, and then you're going to have events. That is where you set up the physical account or the physical video that you want to broadcast. So what you're going to do is on the left, you're going to see, I'm going to kind of zoom it in here. You're going to want to click on events. That's the one that I have my cursor on right now. So I'm going to click on that. And as it loads, you're going to see already on my events page, I have, of course, I'm recording this on Friday, so I have Talking Star Wars Episode 7 there. And I have the White Mountain Comic-Con review, which is what everybody else is going to be part of, and why I'm creating this video right now. So when you get to that, you might have multiple events on here at the podcast network. I know Brian has multiple events associated with his. Today, I have 2 alone associated with this account. But you're going to have the 2 live events. Now, what you're going to see over here is something that says Create a Live Event. That is what you're going to want to click on. That is something that is going to be able to set this up. So you're going to have to click New Live Event on the top right corner, just below the uploads, the notifications, and your logo. Trying to do this as quick as possible, guys, so that you know what to do when we start doing our live stream. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come up to the page and it says Create a New Event. On there is all the information that you need. Now, when it comes to this, if you do have Google Hangouts, which I highly recommend if you're going to do this, do it that way. It's quick, it's easy, and everything. So looking at that, all the information is there in the middle. And when you look on the bottom right corner, it says Quick. Now, quick is an option if you want to get that video going, or if you have Google Hangouts available. That is what you're going to want to click to do a live stream. So I already have it automatically selected because that's what I always go to. Cool thing is that you get to break it down by a title. You also have to choose whether you want it today. Now, if you hit now, you can immediately start that. And if you look on the page here, that blue button right over here, it says go live now. That means you start that stream right away. You're hooked in, you're ready to go. If you already have an event set up, that's all you have to do is go to that last page that I showed you and hit the Start Google Hangouts, and I'll show that to you in a second. But you want to set up everything, your description, your title, make sure you make it public and everything, and if you want to add a message to your video, if you want something that people want to know about what you're doing here, what this specific episode is about, that goes beyond the description, that's where you put that in. And then you can hit go live now if you want to, or you can wait. And I'm going to go right back to the events part. Always make sure to hit leave. And when you go to here, you're going to notice there's a little button over there underneath where it says start that Hangout now. And it says start Hangouts on air. I don't know if I can get any closer than that. It's next to the edit button. It says start Hangouts now. I know this is backwards, but you get an idea of it. And it's actually, if I can point to it, it's actually right there is the start Hangouts now button. That is where you start, and it opens up Google Hangouts, and it starts the live stream right away. Now, if you want to send requests to people, what I can do is I'll start a Hangouts for air for Talking Star Wars, which happens in less than an hour from now. And what comes up is basically myself. So, hey, it's showing my own computer on here. Oh, how cool is that? So it's looking back, it's basically mirroring everything. And what it's going to do is it's going to show up, and you're going to basically be on this screen to start. It's going to be off air and everything. So I'm looking at myself right now, and it shows you on the bottom right corner. And at the very top, it says off air. So there it is. It's looking at everything. That's what the Google Hangouts page starts with. Now, the major thing is that when we go to do this live stream and everything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending people requests. So I'll be needing emails and everything. So that's something that we're going to talk about here in the discussion group. However, I'll need emails because I'll be sending those requests to you. Now, two things. One will go to your email address associated with the Google account, and one will also go to your physical account, whether it's on a phone or whatever else. I highly recommend, if we're going to be doing this live stream, doing it over your phone, because especially if you have a data connection, it runs through a lot quicker. And you might even have a really good stream on based on whatever internet you have. So make sure to find out which is going to be the best quality stream for you, so that when we do this live chat and everything, you make sure that you're going to be heard and you're going to be seen. So that's one of the other things, is that I'll be needing emails so I can send out those requests. And when we get to that part, I know it's going to be a slow process. I know a lot of us are going to be new to it. But we're going to get it started, we're going to get it rolling, and that's the way it's going to be. It's going to be nice and easy. I'm going to make it as easy on us as possible the entire time. So in terms of setting up a YouTube live stream, that's where it is. You guys can go back, you can slow this down, you can hear my voice really slow and make fun of it the entire time. I'm easy to make fun of, so that will be a lot of fun for you guys if you want to do that, and kind of take it step by step by step, and really follow along. I know I'm throwing a lot into this video here. I'm already pushing 8 minutes. So come Wednesday, when we start to do this live stream, I'll have everything set up. You guys don't have to worry about setup on your end. Just make sure that you have your Google Hangouts account ready to go with the email associated with it. I'll send out that email and you guys can join it. When you get into the conversation itself, I will walk you step by step when we get to that point. But in terms of setting up the YouTube live stream, make sure if you guys have any questions, contact Brian Fontaine of Jedi Scavenger or myself, Robin Vogt of the Brick City Blockade Podcast, and we will answer as many questions when it comes to setting up a YouTube live stream as possible. Thank you guys, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday. Really excited about the White Mountain Comic-Con big chat that we're going to be having, and hopefully this helped you get ready for Wednesday. Again, make sure to slow it down, take it piece by piece, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.